Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Something astounding just occurred, and that is booster boxes of Destined Rivals were bought out on TCG Player, and the prices on booster boxes went up to right around $700. And since then, a couple of accounts have started to capitalize on this new price point and started to list their Destined Rivals booster boxes on sale for below that, and the prices on the boxes have since dropped back down to a more moderate price, which is around $500, because if you go on places like eBay, you can still find Destined Rivals booster boxes going for $400, but someone did buy out all of the Destined Rivals boxes, which is really ridiculous if you think about it, because you're buying a brand new Pokemon card set at $500 per booster box, which is ridiculous in terms of a price point. Destined Rivals came out in May of this year. It is a 4-month-old Pokemon card set, and currently booster boxes are going for right around between $400 to $500. If you even buy a booster box on eBay for 400 bucks, it's going to cost you an additional $50 in tax anyway. So you're looking at a $450 to $500 booster box right now for Destined Rival, which is an insane price point. It's honestly a number that I didn't think was feasible a couple of months ago, but obviously we are in uncharted territory, and I did a video recently saying I was wrong, and I've changed my perspective, and this is a part of me changing that perspective. And I'm realizing now that this bull run is a lot larger than I ever anticipated. These numbers wouldn't have seemed possible a couple of months ago, but I understand things a little bit differently now. There's just so much more money in Pokemon card this time around. The last time we had a large wave of excitement in the hobby, it felt like a wave of true nostalgia. It was a wave of people who were entering the hobby because they were discovering Pokemon cards again. And the last period of hype I'm talking about was the pandemic, COVID. I'm talking about the Logan Paul era, where a lot of genuine collectors who were just kind of interested in Pokemon actually got back into the hobby again. This time is very different, because we have a different group of people that are entering the hobby. We're talking about finance bros, crypto bros, NFT bros. These are people that have way deeper pockets and can really screw around with the hobbies in ways that are unintended or intended, however you want to call it. But these people just have way deeper pockets, and so they can just manipulate things a lot crazier than the period in the past. So now these numbers don't surprise me as much. I absolutely think this bull run is going to go a lot crazier. I don't think we've reached the peak of the bubble, and that's actually what I said in my video just a week ago. And this is just an example of that. Destined Rivals booster boxes going to $500, that does not surprise me anymore. That doesn't surprise me, because I don't think we're anywhere near the top of this massive bubble. The amount of influx of money is just a much larger number than either you or I could really comprehend. Like, this is an insane amount of money to go into Pokemon cards, right? That's what I'm trying to say. The amount of money flowing into Pokemon card collecting is way more than anyone would ever assume a children's trading card game would ever reach. Like, these are true financial banking institutions level of money that is moving into the hobby. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm going to make a recommendation that would shock me of 3 months ago. And that is, I do think right now, if you can find Mega Evolution booster boxes going for $250 to $300, that is a fantastic deal, and I would actually recommend you pick it up for a couple of different reasons. The first reason is you get yourself the Bulbasaur Slam Dunk card inside, and the Bulbasaur box topper is a fantastic card. I think it's genuinely significantly better than the Ends Reshiram, and considering the Ends Reshiram is currently going for right around $25 sealed, the Bulbasaur is a way better version of that, and if you can purchase yourself an enhanced booster box, getting a $50 free card inside is fantastic. It really reduces the total price point of a Mega Evolution booster box. As well, inside of Mega Evolutions, there's a ton of really good pulls that are worth in the hundreds of dollars of range if you really care about that. The artwork inside of Mega Evolution is fantastic. This is a really solid set. And if this bull run does not stop anytime soon, and I don't think it will, someone can try to prove me wrong, but I don't see this bubble ending anytime soon. And even if it does collapse, that's the thing that I'm realizing now. Even if this bubble collapses, it's not like you're just going to wake up one day and your collection is worthless. It's very different from stocks, where if you buy stocks or NFTs or cryptocurrency, you could actually wake up one day and your account could be zero because everything went to zero. That's actually possible. Pokemon cards is a little bit different. There's no world where you bought a booster box and the next day you wake up, that booster box is worth zero. That will never, ever, ever occur. Even if we had the fastest crash in the world, it would take weeks for prices to slowly drop down. There's no world where Destined Rivals is going back down to $100 booster box in a week or two, even the fastest crash possible. And I don't see that happening. So being completely rational, the best time to pick up a Mega Evolution booster box is actually right now. If you can pick up some Mega Evolution, I'm going to be doing a live stream later this week where we are selling Mega Evolution booster packs for $5. And we are also going to be giving away a ton of Mega Evolution booster packs. This is not a sponsor video, but that is happening. But at the same time, I will say, if you just want to buy some Mega Evolutions, the rational time to pick it up is actually right now at $250 to $300, because for the next 6 to 12 months, I do not think Mega Evolution is going to be cheaper than that. There may come a time in a year or two when the Pokemon company catches up to the hype and all of these people that are currently flowing into the hobby decides, maybe it's not really worth it being here, and they actually exit the hobby. Prices might come down to a more normalized number. But that is not happening anytime soon. There is no world where I think this bubble crashes anytime soon. I could be dead wrong. I could be eating my word. I would love to eat my word. I would love to be wrong. If I'm wrong and everything goes back to being a $100 booster box in a month, then fantastic. That doesn't hurt me in any way. But I don't see that happening, so I don't think I can speak on that. From what I experienced and from me just learning about previous manias, previous bubbles, and previous scenarios where people were just ecstatic over different collectibles, I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Pokemon collecting hobby. I think people can get even more excited about a potential purchase in Pokemon cards than right now, which is crazy, right? Because of how expensive the prices are. But that's the thing. I don't think we're anywhere near the top of the bubble. It's like we have a bubble inside of a bubble, and there's an even larger bubble that's going to happen. So that's what I'll say, is that I don't think Destined Rivals booster boxes being at $500 surprised me. It is a big problem for the Pokemon company, and you might think, well, why would Destined Rivals booster boxes being $500 be a problem for the Pokemon company? But you got to understand, they're thinking about this very long term. They want Pokemon cards to be around for the next 100 years. And the last thing they want their hobby to be associated with, the last thing they want Pokemon cards to be associated with, is crypto bros, investor bros, NFT bros, scammers, flippers, scalpers, and people stabbing each other at GameStop. And that actually happened, by the way. Someone got attacked in a GameStop line over Pokemon cards. So these things are happening, and they do not want the hobby. They do not want their TCG. They do not want their intellectual property being associated with all of that. They don't want to be dealing with any of that. They don't want these people. That's the thing, right? They want people to buy their products, but they don't want to be associated with those things, because their brand being associated with those things is really, really bad. And right now, they're being associated with those things. So the Pokemon company would like to still sell you booster boxes, but they want it to be a friendly environment. They don't want it to be aggressive. They don't want people fighting over their products. They are doing the right steps, but right now there's just so much influx of money and so many bad actors right now that I don't see things going in the right direction anytime soon. So yeah, Destined Rivals booster boxes are probably headed to $500. I do think from a rational perspective, if you want to pick up Mega Evolution booster boxes right now, may be the cheapest time. I would not recommend you try to flip or do crazy investor plays, especially right now because the market is so incredibly volatile. It's just not something I can really recommend. So let me know what your thoughts are. It's a crazy hobby that we're currently in. A 4 to 5 months old booster box is going for $500, guys. What a world are we currently living in. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time.